What up, guys? Tough Thumbs here with another review. This is my final review for this run of knives that Nick sent me, so I saved the best for last. Most of you might think it's the best. I might have some other opinions on it. So what we got here is the Benchmade Lum. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. That's it. But you know, this is definitely the priciest of the ones he sent me, and it's a very nice knife. Very, very nice. As you can see, the Lum design, the late Lum, great designer. You got the Lum logo there on the back. As you can see, first production. It is CPM M4. I have no experience with this. I know they make the M4 military and the Gale Bradley. I don't have much experience with it at all, actually, and I didn't really use this one just because it's such a nice knife. I didn't feel right doing that. But as you can see, it's full titanium scales, about the same thickness as a Sebenza. Tip down carry only, which a lot of you know I'm not a fan of. And also it rides very high in the pocket. You get a good amount of area here hanging off there. I mean, you got that sticking out there, and it's on an angle, so it's even more. But you know, it can be tapped and changed around. But it feels very smooth, or a little bit rougher, like the Sebenza. It's kind of between the Sage and the Sebenza. Like the Sage is a little smoother than both, and this is a little bit more rough, a little more the sandblasted titanium. It's a very large knife, so I wouldn't recommend carrying it. It's pretty large, especially for my hands. Versus the Sage too, and got a pair myself. You know, I can see it's about the size of a military, probably bigger. But anywho, back to the knife. So we got the black coated blade, which is nice. Reminds me of a Spyderco black coating. The thumb stud on one side, not the other, which is fine for right-handed, but not for left. Closing this knife, it's one of the best features of it. It's very, very solid here. You can see it's pretty used. It's definitely had some loving. It's not flat on the top. It's kind of like angular, kind of like a swedge, but a little bit like the whole thing is. You got a bit of a thumb ramp here with very aggressive jimping. It doesn't feel good on my fingers. It might be due to the fact the shop for the last few days, and my hands are very dry and raw from sanding and being in that kind of condition, so it doesn't feel too good on the fingers. It's very sharp. It's got this nice pattern or design here with these drilled out areas. People say that would take away weight, but I really don't think it would take much weight away. Heavy knife. But as far as the full length of this bad boy, got about a little bit over 9 inches. So you're talking not your EDC knife, and you got almost 4-inch cutting area here. So pretty badass knife, but it's definitely very, very, very rock solid. Just like I'd say tougher than a Sebenza. I compare that because it's one of my only higher end folders, but it feels just like a solid brick, pretty much. Another knock against this, I don't like the grip at all. I mean, it's not very ergonomic. You got this little area here to keep you from sliding up on the blade, which is fine, and this little notch here, which is pretty much useless, but I guess it's good for sliding into that lock area. They call it a mono lock, but it's pretty much the Chris Reeve style integral lock. But yeah, it goes inward right here. Not too sure why, but it's pretty sweet. So, I mean, not much more I could say about it, really, in this quick overview. Goes for about $230, which is a good price for this material and quality, especially the blade steel. So I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. It's probably gonna be worth more because of the passing of Bob Lum. But yeah, I prefer the Spyderco version of this. I forget what it's called, but it's very similar to this. I just feel like it's missing something here, like a hole or something. It's more ergonomic too on the Spyderco version. I'd say it's a version of this, I guess, because it's very similar. But holds a fine edge, the saber grind, I guess you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not good with my grinds and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty damn sweet knife. I definitely have to say that. And besides ergonomics and a few little knocks here and there, it's probably your cup of tea, not mine. But I'm very specific when it comes to what I like and don't like. But I do like this, but I wouldn't pay for full price. I definitely maybe consider it on a trade. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And thank you, Nick. I hope you send more after I send these back. It's definitely a pleasure playing around with these things and getting to check out the knives that I would not usually use, especially Benchmade. So thanks for sending Benchmade, because I just don't really go to Benchmade when I want a knife. I usually go to Spyderco, Emerson, something like that first before I pick Benchmade. But definitely the quality's definitely there. So there's definitely some cool details in here too. You get the little jimping here, which is nice. And not many details, but it's a good all-around fit and finish. Thumb stud's nice. Unless you're left-handed, you might have a problem. But anywho, that's the Lum. I'm not sure the name. I think it was LFTI or something. I don't know if that was just a lefty version or something. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.